Okay, thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for clicking the little bell. Now today, and welcome to another episode of What's Going On? What's Going On? I love that. Love it. I need to make a theme song. Damn it, I need to make a theme song. Oh, and by the way, somebody told me in the comments the other day, they were like, Andrew, you don't sound like you're from Texas. What, do I gotta talk like this? Huh? You want me to talk like this? God damn it, God dang it. God dang it, we're gonna get some gosh damn beef and some cattle and some steers over here in Texas. You want me to put a cowboy hat on, boy? I mean, I do have a cowboy hat, but you know. So, I've said it before. I've said it so many times before. Okay? We will stop talking about Amber Heard when they do. And they did it again. They did it all over again. And they're lying their asses off. Even worse. So let's start with this stupid shit. No, yeah, I got the charger because I was using my phone this morning when I was working out, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll charge it before I get to the studio, so that way I can film. And I never charged it, so right now it's at like 4%. I'm so totally screwed. Oh, so yeah, this is gonna be annoying, but I'm sorry. So look at this from Lily and Daisy's. Okay, I don't even know what to make of this because it's so ridiculous. A thread on debunking misinformation about the DEPP v. Heard trial and malicious myths about Amber Heard. Amber told DEPP that no one could possibly think he's the victim when he beat her so hard that he almost killed her and police were called. The media twisted it into no one will believe you because you're a man. What? Are you? Although she never even said a man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Already? You're already lying that hard? Are you serious? Okay. No, it's right there. Tell them, Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man. Okay, I'm not even going to read the rest of your fucking thread because you're a lying piece of shit. So I'm going to read that again because you, Lily and Daisies, you're a lying piece of shit. Amber told DEPP that no one could possibly think he's the victim when he beat her so hard that he almost killed her and police were called. The media twisted it. The media. The same media that supports Amber Heard after all of this bullshit. The media. The media twisted it into no one will believe you because you're a man, although she never even said a man. Tell them, Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man. You're a fucking liar. And I refuse to read the rest of your thread, Lily and Daisies, on Twitter. You are a fucking liar. Okay, so now, look, I can't even believe this, and you can see it right there on the screen. Go ahead and read it before we get into it. But this is the woman's march, dude. So ladies watching, these are the people that represent you, okay? And a lot of my subscribers are feminists, so they believe people like this, the woman's march. So when we read this together right now, you have to understand, these are the people that represent you, okay, ladies? All of my subscribers, I believe it's like 75 to 80%, are women, domestic violence survivors. So this is the women's march. These are the women that represent you. So listen to what they have to say and how bad this is. Let's talk Andrew Tate, Johnny Depp, Marilyn Manson, and the pervasive culture of misogyny. They already started. Already? That was quick. That was very quick. The pervasive culture of misogyny and sexism that puts women in danger every single day. Fine. Andrew, dude, I don't want to talk about this guy. Everybody's talking about this guy. I don't care. I'm sorry. I've heard him. He's doing well. He's doing really well for himself. He's saying all the right stuff that makes a lot of people pissed off and they listen to him. Andrew Tate is an American-British TikToker and former pro boxer. He was kicked off Big Brother when a video surfaced that appeared to show Tate hitting a woman with a belt. He's also a misogynistic piece of shit. Look, am I going to comment on that guy? No, because that guy is doing what he does. I don't need to speak about him. Everybody else is speaking about him. He's doing what he does. He's making his money. Everybody's talking about him, and that's what's important. Okay, so do I need to talk about him? No, because everybody else is. Is he right? Sure, I guess. I don't really, bleh. Like, I don't really give a shit. I don't care, because that's his deal. Whatever he's doing is working. Sexism and misogyny are the reason so much of the internet believes Johnny Depp, not his victim Amber Heard, despite all of the evidence of his abuse. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to tell me, Amber Heard supporters, tell me in the comments, what abuse? Because the only thing you're going to say, if the only thing you're going to say is that he slammed some cabinets and he called her a wide load and a flappy fish market, well then I got an idea for you. I got something for you to understand. That's not abuse, man. Slamming cabinets, his own cabinets that he paid for, which, well, you know what, dude, I don't know if she paid for anything. She probably never paid for anything. So so I'm telling you, all the Amber Heard people that watch my videos, tell me in the comments what abuse. Because if you're gonna say that he slammed cabinets and then he called her a wide load, dude, no. They're the reasons Depp's and his buddy Depp's. Well, okay, fine. Let's just keep going. They're the reasons Depp's and his buddy Marilyn Manson's fans turned to harass Evan Rachel Wood as soon as the Depp trial ended, even though Wood's abuse at Manson's hands is well documented. Where? What are you talking about, Women's March? What are you talking about? Well documented where? There was one photo in the whole documentary, 2 hours of which I can never get back from my life. I'll never get those 2 hours back, and I have to go back and watch it because I'm going to roast it again. So that's going to be 4 hours in total that I can never get back from my life. And you're telling me, even though Evan Rachel Wood's abuse at Manson's hands is well documented, where? Where, man? And Evan Rachel Wood fans, tell me in the comments, what abuse from Marilyn Manson? What are you talking about? When society sees abused women as conniving bitches rather than victims and survivors, that's rape culture and misogyny at work. Well, all my subscribers that are women and domestic violence survivors, you're misogynist. Again, I hate to have to break it to you. You're misogynist, ladies. If women with the privilege and resources of Amber Heard and Evan Rachel Wood can't be believed, there's not much hope for the rest of us. So you're admitting that they are privileged. Well, at least you did that. Thank you for that. At least you did that. That you admitted that Amber Heard and Evan Rachel Wood are in fact rich, white, privileged women. Thank you, Women's March. At least you did something. Women's lives are on the line every single day. Believe women, end the violence. This is the kind of shit that gives me a migraine. It really, really does. I get a headache right here behind the eyes. Right behind the eyes. And one day, Aleve will sponsor my show. Aleve, let's do this, because I always get migraines from these Women March stuff. Well, Aleve is kind of woke. No, not really, right? They're not woke. Aleve, get at me. Let's do a little sponsorship action. But going back to this, women's lives are on the line. Well, like, this is the problem with this. What does that mean? What do you mean? You do realize that you're talking to women, Women's March. You're talking to women right here, right now. You're telling them that their lives are on the line if they don't believe women to end the violence. You realize that, Women's March? No, they don't realize that. They don't care. They could give two fucks. They're literally standing behind two women that are white, privileged, entitled, and have lied on national platforms. See, but you have to understand what this is. What is the Women's March? What is it? The Women's March is the establishment. I've said this so many times on my channel. Amber Heard is the establishment. Evan Rachel Wood, she's the establishment. These people are the establishment. They're the power. They're the ones that had a fucking documentary on HBO. And Amber Heard got a documentary on NBC and on Hulu, right? I believe it was. She got 2 of them. So you expect me to believe that these women are victims? Dude, come on. First of all, at least thank you. Like I said, thank you for acknowledging that they're privileged. Thank you. At least you did that. But still, the fact remains. The Women's March is literally telling women, which are most of my subscribers, domestic violence survivors, women, they're telling women women's lives are on the line every single day. End the violence. So to the women that are out there, you're a threat to women because you're misogynist, because you don't believe Amber Heard, because you will cause violence to women, ladies. Okay, well, now that that's over, I wanted to just drop this by. Look at this right here real quick. This is from Frank Drebin. I have featured this person on my channel before. Here we go with Amber Heard's new evidence. New evidence revealed. Just dropped. It just dropped. You see, the thing is, we haven't seen this evidence before. It's brand new. Oh, breaking news. Breaking news. Oh my God. Okay, so we have to read this first. Eve Barlow claps back at claim Amber Heard will turn on her. She doesn't want to admit it. Oh my God. Okay. Eve Barlow clapped back at the claim that pal Amber Heard will turn on her. The exchange began on Sunday, July 24th, when the music journalist tweeted DEPP to lawyer Camille Vasquez, "Hey, you know how you have that mate who can pretend to be a psychologist? If we ever have her over for dinner, do you think she'll agree to make up that my ex-wife has borderline personality disorder?" In response, Lori Lowenberg, a certified dream analyst who has been on the Dr. Oz show, Live with Kelly and Ryan, Today and More, said, "I worry for Eve. She's giving Amber Heard everything she's got. But once Amber feels Eve is no longer worthy, she will turn on her physically, emotionally, and psychologically. Amber's not alone in being a female abuser. We need to support Eve when the inevitable happens." Okay, well, we don't need to support Eve. I'm sorry to tell you, we don't. You know, that woman can go, wherever the hell she wants. I was going to say about somewhere bad, but you know what I'm saying? She can go to hell, okay? I didn't want to say it, but I had to say it. She can go to fucking hell. Honestly, I don't care what happens to Eve Barlow. But I think this is just hilarious that everybody's telling her and they're looking at her in the face and they're telling her, Eve, this is going to happen just the way it always has with everybody else. And she doesn't want to believe it. Barlow replied, "Tell you what, Lori, I'll blink twice if I urgently need your dream interpretation services." Yeah? What a dick. And then there's the tweet. What a fucking asshole. Barlow has been a fierce defender of Heard 36. A fierce defender? No. Scissor Sister. What is it? What did I come up with? It was triple S. Damn it, I forgot what it was. Scissor Sister Support. There it is. No. She's been a triple S. A Scissor Sister Support. Oh, yeah. Barlow has been a fierce defender of Heard 36, so much so that she was kicked out of the courtroom during the Aquaman star's high-profile trial against ex-husband Johnny Depp. Judge Penny S. Ascarate told Page 6 at the time, "She was tweeting live from my courtroom, and I know the deputies took her out because she was texting. That's against the court order," she said. "Ms. Barlow is not coming back into the courtroom during this trial." Depp, 59, sued his ex-wife for $50 million after she published an op-ed in the Washington Post in 2018 titled, "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath." Now, I think in 2022, we can go ahead and change that to, "I lied to the American people's face, and to the American people's faces, and faced our culture's wrath," because that's what happened. She sat down on the witness stand and she lied to everybody's face. And now she's facing the culture's wrath. Though she did not mention the Pirates of the Caribbean star by name, she referred to herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse. Depp and his lawyers argued that she implied he abused her throughout their marriage. Heard later filed a countersuit for $100 million, but Depp won the case on June 1st. He was awarded $15 million in damages by a jury. Heard would only have to pay him $10.35 million, though, due to a Virginia law capping punitive damages. She was awarded $2 million in damages for her countersuit after he was found to have defamed her. On July 21st, Heard's lawyers filed a notice to appeal the verdict. A spokesperson for Depp responded to the motion, telling Newsweek, "We remain confident in our case and that this verdict will stand." That same day, Barlow shared a cryptic tweet, seemingly referring to the appeal. "Anyone, once again, Amber Heard is the most courageous woman in Hollywood. Good night, y'all." Now, to comment on that, first of all, Hollywood hates her now. She threw Hollywood under the bus. I don't think that Eve Barlow understands that. This woman talked about Hollywood. She blamed Hollywood. Like, yeah, we understand that she blamed Johnny Depp and she blamed men, but she also blamed Hollywood. You have to understand that. She not only threw her spouse under the bus, which was Johnny Depp, she threw her legal team under the bus, she threw Hollywood under the bus, she even threw her own friends under the bus during that trial. So I think for Eve Barlow to say Amber Heard is the most courageous woman in Hollywood, dude, Hollywood hates her. She's never getting another movie, and I'm really sorry to have to tell you that, Eve, and I bet you Eve Barlow is probably in her ear like, well, don't worry, Amber, don't worry. You're going to get another movie, and they're going to pay you millions and millions of dollars. And Amber's like, yeah, I know, right, Eve? Yeah, let's scissor. No, not that last part. Not the last part, not the last part. Okay. Not the last part. Oh. Barlow, who is Scottish but now lives in Los Angeles, really... Okay. Barlow, who is Scottish but now lives in Los Angeles, recently made headlines for her involvement in Shania Twain's documentary, Not Just a Girl. Fans of the singer revealed they would not be watching the Netflix original due to Barlow's involvement. "I love listening to your music, especially on the school run, but I won't be watching this if Eve Barlow has anything to do with it," one Twitter user said. "I'm really sorry, good luck." Another said it was very disappointing and agreed they wanted nothing to do with it if Barlow was a part of it. The messages came following a report that found Heard and her supporters were subjected to one of the worst cases of cyberbullying and cyberstalking by a group of Twitter accounts. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, well, that's it. Good. Finally, good. Thank you for ending that. But I guess basically the theme of this is that Eve Barlow doesn't realize that she's going to be thrown away and dropped like a bad habit once Amber Heard is done with her ass. Okay, now this one. Oh, and it has to be E-News, doesn't it? That's carrying water for Amber Heard. It has to be. Look at that. This headache is getting worse. The headache is getting worse. Ugh. From E! News, Amber Heard says new evidence is now coming to light amid Johnny Depp appeal. Less than a month after Amber Heard officially filed a motion to appeal the Johnny Depp verdict, her new legal team has been revealed. Amber Heard has new attorneys for her latest legal fight. Less than a month after filing a motion to appeal the verdict in her ex-husband Johnny Depp's defamation case against her, the actress has hired Ballard Spahr as her lead appellate counsel. Heard's legal team will be led by David L. Axelrod and J. Ward Brown, who previously defended the New York Times against Sarah Palin's defamation lawsuit earlier this year. We read that. We know all this already. Do we have to read it again? I don't think we need to. So, okay. Okay, pass the baton. Yeah, we know all this already. There's absolutely no fucking reason to read this again. Okay, well, thank you, E! News. Okay. Now, I wanted to get into this because I wanted to say thank you to Jessica Albright. And I believe this is a TikTok comment. Now, let's go look at this because this was from the actual thing that we read the other day. This is the perfect time to pass the baton. This is from Elaine Charles Bredhoft. I have pledged to Amber and her appellate team my complete cooperation and assistance as they move forward on a path towards success. And Jessica Albright says, Elaine pledged Lamau using Turd's words against her. Now, I know that this is probably just someone, that everybody, and a lot of people actually have been pointing this out, so I know this is kind of just a thing, but do you think that Elaine really said it that way, like pledged and donated? That's interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, now let's get into this because this is just more proof. Johnny Depp winning, Amber Heard. Johnny Depp to direct first movie in 25 years. Al Pacino co-producing Modigliani biopic about Italian artist exclusive from The Hollywood Reporter. Johnny Depp has lined up his first film directing gig in 25 years, The Hollywood Reporter can reveal. A quarter of a century after he directed both himself and Marlon Brando in 1997's The Brave, his featured directorial debut, Depp is set to get behind the camera for Modigliani about Italian artist Amedeo Modigliani, and will co-produce alongside Al Pacino and Barry Navidi. Based on the play by Dennis McIntyre and adapted for the screen by Jerzy and Mary Kromolowski, the film will tell the story of the painter and the sculptor in Paris in 1916, long considered by himself a critical and commercial failure. Modigliani navigates a turbulent and eventful 48 hours that become a turning point in his life, ultimately solidifying his reputation as an artistic legend. THR understands that production is set to start in Europe in the spring of 23, with casting to be revealed shortly. The saga of Mr. Modigliani's life is one that I'm incredibly honored and truly humbled to bring to the screen, said Depp, who produces for IN.2, the European arm of his production company Infinitium Nihil. It was a life of great hardship but eventual triumph, a universally human story all viewers can identify with. Modigliani marks another European project for Depp as he tries to make a career return following his recent and bruising defamation trial against ex-wife Amber Heard. The 59-year-old star of Pirates of the Caribbean franchise won a $50 million defamation trial against Heard earlier this year. Blah, 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 blah. We all know. Blah, 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 blah. Alongside the Modigliani biopic, Depp is also playing King Louis XV in French director Mai Wen's historical love story Joan du Barry, which started shooting in late July and is Depp's first feature in 3 years. The film also marks the next collaboration between Pacino and Navidi, who had previously worked together on features including The Merchant of Venice, Wild Salome, and Salome, both produced alongside IN.2 and Depp. This project has been very close to Al's heart. Al introduced me to the play Modigliani many years ago, and I instantly fell in love with it, said Navidi. This is a slice of Modi's life and not a bio. It's been a dream of mine to work with Johnny again. He's a true artist with an amazing vision to bring this great story to the screen, said Pacino in a statement emailed to The Hollywood Reporter. We've been involved with Depp on this project for a number of years. We start principal photography in the spring of 23. Although he's best known for his on-screen roles, Depp has produced 10 films, including 2011's Hugo and most recently 2020's Crock of Gold, A Few Rounds with Shane McGowan. Well, look, it's just more proof, and I'm sorry that I have to repeat myself even though I do all the time. So, look, man, Johnny Depp's winning. He's going to be winning, and this is going to keep on happening. And I'm sorry to all the Amber Heard fans. I really don't give a shit, but your woman, she's not going to win. She's not going to get her career back. She's not going to get any movies, maybe pornos. I mean, we all want to see if she really does have Arby's with the Flappy Fish Market. But, look, I'm sorry to tell you people, Johnny Depp won. And Johnny Depp is still winning, and he will stay winning. And it doesn't matter what happens with this appeal. I'm sorry, and I have to tell y'all, it really doesn't matter what happens with this appeal. because the appeal could come out and they could say, oh yeah, well, she won under First Amendment grounds, and that's why she won. Okay, well then that's why she won. But we all still heard the audios. We all still heard her voice, what she said to him, and how she treated him. So it really doesn't matter. They could do whatever they want in the mainstream media. They could do whatever the fuck they want with this appeal. Now, if he loses, yeah, that's going to suck. But still, we all know. We all know. Now, speaking of Johnny Depp staying winning, even Insider believes that. Johnny Depp's new directing deal is the latest sign his career is on the upswing after the Amber Heard trial, PR pros say. Things seem to be looking up for Johnny Depp. The actor has performed with Jeff Beck, signed a 7-figure deal with Dior, will star as King Louis XV in a new movie, and will now direct for the first time in over 2 decades. For Hollywood public relations professionals, the recent deals are a telltale sign that Depp's career is on the upswing just weeks after his defamation trial against ex-wife Amber Heard came to a close. The news of Depp's return to the big screen is the latest clue that his career is fully back in action. Evan Neerman, CEO of global PR firm Red Banyan and author of Crisis Averted, told Insider, adding that it was highly unlikely that Depp would ever have been without work. Well, see, the thing about that is, I do want to agree with that, but I think it was basically whoever won this trial was going to be fucked. So I think if Depp would have lost the defamation claims, I do think that there would have been some backlash to that. I think it would have been that Johnny Depp lost and it's confirmed, and a jury, excuse me, I wanted to say trial and jury at the same time. A jury proved that he wasn't, that he was the abuser, because that's what it would have been. If they wouldn't have been able to prove that she defamed him, then everybody on Amber Heard's side, they would have been, well, the court didn't find anything. So that means he is an abuser. So that means he is a wife beater. You have to understand that. And that's what everybody would have been saying. That's what everybody would have been saying. And they don't fucking care if it's true or not. You see? So really, and that's why I said it a little while ago, even if she does win the fucking appeal, they're still going to say, well, she won the appeal, so that means he is a wife beater. Fine then, fine. And we're going to get to that point, dude. Like, after the appeal, then what? I do believe after the appeal, that's it. Like, it's going to be over. That is it. That is done. You know, there's nothing after an appeal. See? So, not only is this the last gasp of a villain, you know, like in the movies when the villain is dead and then you know that they're going to come back to life like that. That's what Amber Heard is doing right now. This is her last gasp. And do I want him to win the appeal? Of course. Who doesn't? But do I care if she wins? No. Of course I don't fucking care, because we all already know that Amber Heard is a husband beater. We should expect the floodgates to open now that the trial is behind him, Neerman said. We are seeing the first signs of it already, with more likely to come. Depp was embroiled in a legal battle with Heard for months after the pair filed lawsuits against each other alleging defamation. Depp accused Heard of defaming him. Okay, blah, 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 blah. We already know. The trial gained international attention, and while the jury found both parties liable of defamation, Depp was handed much more in damages. Johnny Depp was always likely to emerge from the Heard-Depp legal saga with plenty of opportunities left in his career, Neerman said. The lack of conclusive evidence that he committed the abuse alleged by his ex-wife has put him back in the category of Hollywood superstar, damn right, from which he was only temporarily sidelined. Eric Schiffer, the chairman of Reputation Management Consultants, noted that the trial cemented Depp's ability to have a strong second act. Schiffer added that Depp's decision to re-enter Hollywood as a director is an interesting bridge back, but said that he will likely be successful because it doesn't put direct pressure on him as the star in the spotlight. It allows him to naturally not get as much attention. Neerman said Depp is still eternally bankable despite negative attention in the news. Now that, like I said earlier, I think had he not won, had he lost, and things would have gone differently and we wouldn't have gotten to what we got, I think that he would have been blacklisted, or I think it would have been completely over for him. You know, and yes, he does have enough money that he probably would have made it, and he could have just like walked off into the sunset and retired or something. But still, you know, it would have been really bad had he had lost for him. But like we always say, he didn't lose. You lost, Amber Heard. Hey, Amber, look at me right here. You lost. Johnny Depp invested a lot in terms of his time, energy, and financial resources to clearing his name, and it seems to be paying off in the end, Neerman said, adding that he will soon be cashing plenty of Hollywood checks from studios who are eager to work with him now that his reputation has been revived. Neerman pointed to a new generation of fans, namely Gen Z and millennials, who were introduced to Depp from following the trial on TikTok and other social media platforms as another reason contributing to his new wave of fame. Schiffer agreed, noting that many producers will not be able to ignore the global fan base exuberance that was demonstrated through social and the media post-trial, leading to a new wave of work for Depp. Schiffer even predicted seeing Depp back on the big screen in the next year. Meanwhile, Neerman said Heard is unlikely to find many Hollywood doors open to her after the trial. We know. We know. I mean, unless those doors say XXX on them. Unless they're pornos. Amber, just do the porno. We all want to see if it's a Flappy Fish Market Arby's sandwich, okay? Just do the porno. Make the $10 million. She made the choice to step out publicly and drape herself in the flag of #MeToo, but the jury and the public did not find her credible, Neerman said. But Schiffer thinks it's foolish to count the star actress out. Star? Excuse me, let's make one thing very fucking clear. I think there's like 80% of people, maybe more, that didn't even know who she was before this whole thing started. I remember her from that one movie about fighting, that they were like UFC fighters, or it was about MMA or some shit. And I remember she was like the hot chick. That's it. She was very, very forgettable. So when you say star, that is a very big reach. Amber is appealing and has confident counsel, and her career will continue and there will be opportunities for her, Schiffer said, adding that if she is able to win on appeal, then that many more opportunities will open up. Nobody's going to give a shit if she wins on appeal. It's because it's still going to be, if a movie in the future has Amber Heard's name on it, nobody's going to want to go watch that shit. Sorry. But for now, it's Depp who's raking in the opportunities. Depp is said to return to a behind-the-camera role in Modigliani, a biopic about the Italian artist Amedeo Modigliani in Paris in 1916. According to The Hollywood Reporter, it will be co-produced by Al Pacino and Barry Navidi. This will be Depp's first time in the director's chair since his 1997 directorial debut in The Brave. Depp's return to directing isn't the only new project he's picked up since the trial. Depp signed with Dior last week, making him the face of their signature scent, Sauvage. The fashion company was met almost immediately with backlash over the deal. Look, I don't care. Like, I'm not like trying to be whatever here. I don't even know the word for that because it pisses me off when they say that kind of stupid shit. Well, they received backlash. Who the fuck cares? You think Dior gives a shit about like 8 people on Twitter giving them backlash? Well, of course, more than 8, but you know what I mean. Well, hold on. It's probably only 8 because the rest are bots. As his trial came to a close, Depp was performing in the UK with Jeff Beck. He will also be featured in Netflix's La Favorite, in which he will star as King Louis XV. The movie will only be streamed in France. Depp's debut art collection sold out within hours at a July 29th exhibition. He made $3.6 million from the show. Oh, and that's the end of that. Well, dude, look, we'll go back to the beginning, and it's not very hard to understand. Johnny Depp's new directing deal is the latest sign his career is on the upswing after the Amber Heard trial. We all know that. We all said it was going to happen, and we're here now, and I'm enjoying it, to be honest with you. I am. I'm enjoying. Okay, now I can unplug it. Where do you unplug your phone? I usually unplug my phone like at 30%. What am I at right now? 24%? See, 25% is good. And then if I know I'm not going to go out in public, okay, then I'll just have it here. And then if I know I'm at home, okay, well then I'll like plug it back in. But that's why it hit 24%, and that's good. You know, you have it for like about an hour. But anyways, getting back to this, all ADD. But getting back to this, like when it comes to this kind of thing, I think that we're going to see in the future. When I say the future, I mean like a year, 2 years, like a pretty good amount of time. I think we're going to see that Amber Heard has nothing. And even if she wins the appeal, who's still going to want to go see her movies? So you tell me in the comments, if Amber Heard wins the appeal, are you going to want to go see her movies? Tell me in the comments. Okay, well, it looks like it's going to be about it for today. Good day, great day. Look, and like I said at the beginning of the show, if it wasn't for them still talking about her, then I wouldn't talk about her. Straight up. If they don't come out with any more of these bullshit threads, any more of these bullshit articles, then we won't talk about her. It's that simple. So, thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for staying with me this long. We will catch you next time.